Hi, we are here with the Healthy Mind Show. My name is Ronaldo Moody, and I am here with
LaShawn McCautry.
And we will be your host for today, talking about ADHD.
Yes.
Nice topic. So,
interesting topic.
Yes, LaShawn, tell us a little bit about ADHD. Exactly, what does it mean?
ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. And this is a disorder that is usually marked by inattention, and hyperactivity.
So I can imagine everybody thinks that their 8 or 9-year-old kid has ADHD. Yeah. Exactly what will people be able to look for when it comes to ADHD? What should they see, or what should they experience with their children with ADHD?
Well, what you said was important. Everybody claims to have ADHD, or every mother or father thinks that their child has ADHD because they're all over the place or they're very active. The important thing to note with ADHD is that it has to interfere with development. Okay, with function and development. For example, if a child in school is struggling and suffering, and it is affecting their work or their development, that's when it can potentially become a problem.
So it has to impair some type of functioning level.
Absolutely.
There has to be some type of impairment where it prevents them from functioning in a certain capacity.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So some of the symptoms of inattention, of course, would be not being able to focus, not being able to pay attention to detail.
Okay.
Sometimes really not listening when being spoken to. Difficulty organizing tasks, kind of just really disorganized all over the place. And when they're doing something, not being able to do it for a long period of time that they should really be able to.
My wife would say I have ADHD.
Sure.
You just described me.
I described a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I say that I have it just because if I'm in a workshop or, a presentation, I can't just sit there and listen. It gets really boring for me. I have to get up, walk around, do something else. So yeah.
At what point would a mother or a father say, you know what? I think I want to get my child evaluated. What should be happening in the home?
So the point where a parent notices that areas of development are being affected. Okay, so let's say that a child is really not able to consistently follow through with tasks, consistently not able to get work done, not able to pay attention. With the hyperactivity, we're looking at always fidgeting, seemingly always on the go, can't sit still, and I know that's an issue for a lot of people. But the always on the go, they act as if there's a motor constantly going and really not settling down.
At school sometimes, parents are always told by teachers that their children should be on medication. What do you think about that, LaShawn?
Well, I don't think that it should be the first go-to. I think there are other things that really parents should be held responsible for in terms of creating structure and routine for their child at home, and putting those things into play first. And then definitely getting evaluated at some point. If those things don't work out, then getting evaluated by a doctor.
See, I've noticed that when a parent interfaces with the teachers at school and they collaborate on a plan of action, I find that works best. What do you think about that, LaShawn?
Absolutely, it works best. Being able to figure out how, as a team, help the child is absolutely important.
And I know at schools they have different professionals that come together, include the parent, and include the child in an effort to decide what works best, so that medication is not the only go-to for the family, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
Some of the other things as well, is looking at diet. That's an important piece. I know there have been studies that shows that diet has an impact.
Oh yeah, all the sugar.
Sugar, the dyes in food. Have you heard about that? The colorings in food, how that can affect. So absolutely, there are certainly things to be looked at instead of just medication being your only option when it comes to your child on ADHD.
And combining the two with therapy, combining it with medication possibly. There's even the potential for, if they're on medication, once they create a system to wean off the medication and just use coping skills in order to manage the hyperactivity, correct?
Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Good. And I would like to stress and say the importance of just not wanting to feel trapped in that medication, right?
Right. Yeah. And a lot of it could feel that way, and a lot of parents are turned off when that's the only thing out there, or the only option that they have, because a lot of parents may not want that for their child. So if they know that there are other things that they can do, then that would be, they might be more open to accepting a child with ADHD and treatment options.
And now there are special clinics and special therapists specifically trained to help to transition kids who have situations in ADHD. There are games that therapists play with children.
Absolutely.
There are different coping skills they learn in order to bring down the anxiety to touch or to jump or to move. There are different tools available to parents, correct?
Different tools that are available that would be helpful in dealing with a child with ADHD. Absolutely.
So if you have a child that you're recognizing, or not just a child but a family that you recognize who are suffering from a member who has ADHD, what would be your first recommendation?
My first recommendation with the family is to team up with the school, the teacher, team up with therapy, behavior therapy.
Oh, good.
Absolutely. And work as a team. I think that's the most important thing.
Because the parent knows that child better than anybody.
The best.
So they are the first line of defense.
Yes. They're the experts.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they're the first line of defense. Because without the parents' input, how are the clinicians and how are the teachers going to know exactly what works best for that child, right?
Absolutely. They're the experts, yes.
Oh, yeah.
With the team. That's why it's important for the parents to be very involved, as well as teachers, therapists, and the team. That's what I like to call it.
The team aspect is very huge in mental health. In any area of mental health, because what happens is when a child does not get the proper care, other symptoms can manifest, like depression, anxiety.
Right. It can lead to, yes, a lot of those.
Poor self-esteem. And if the ADHD is addressed, then it can circumvent that process so that the family could actually feel some relief.
Absolutely.
Oh yes, that is absolutely great. LaShawn, thank you so much for the information that you've given us. And we'll see you next time on Healthy Minds. Thank you.